Instead of focusing on how someone looks, let's celebrate their uniqueness. Second, let's try practicing compliments that go beyond the physical. That is, instead of saying, you look good today, try saying, your energy is so uplifting. Or, oh, you're such a kind person. Compliments like this help people feel seen for who they are, not just how they look. Finally, we must remember that we are more than our appearance. At the end of the at the end of the day, people remember how we made them feel, not how good. When we focus on being good, doing good, and making others feel valued, we become beautiful in ways that truly matter. In a world that often puts appearance on pedestal, let's choose to see beauty differently. Let's remember that beauty isn't just about what meets the eye. It's about how we treat others, how we carry ourselves, and how we embrace our unique qualities. Beauty beyond appearance is timeless. It can be captured in selfie, but it can be felt through act of kindness, compassion, and self-love. So next time you think about beauty, I hope you look beyond the surface. Because the most beautiful version of yourself is the one that shines from within through your words, your actions, and the way you love yourself and the others. Thank you.
Kayak common aja kamu readingnya nulis susah
Enggak,
emak enggak gitu ya?
iya. Makasih.
Ngapain? Besok pas nilai kan? Besok pas nilai kan? Jadi. Kamu mau apa? Reading atau speaking?
Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Presentasi, and my last number of name is 121. Sorry, 01021. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, respected teachers, and all my dear friends, today I'm honored to stand here to talk about the topic that not important and both interesting that bring you to all the concept of the influence of people watching in preventing criminal activities. To begin, let me bring to you about the concept of people watching. People watching is refers to act observing other in public space. It may seem like a simple and mundane activities, yet it holds significant weight in understanding human behavior. People watching is naturally human instinct. We are curious about being who tends to observe all our surroundings. Sometimes this curiosity leads to a greater sense of awareness and responsibility. Imagine for a moment that you're sitting in a park, you observe a family enjoying a picnic, friends playing freebies, and individually talking about themselves. These scenes being of connection to the community. What it means, trivial. The observation can contribute to our shared experience and create a sense of belonging. However, people watching extends beyond mere observation. It plays a many crucial role in crime prevention. Research has shown that the people are mindful or being watched. They are less likely to engage in criminal behavior. This phenomenon is called bystander effect. So basically, when individuals understand the others are preventing of criminal behavior, are paying attention today, they often reconsider their action. For example, a person completely stealing may think twice when they see other people watching them. The presence of witness serve a powerful deterrent against potential of criminal activities. Additionally, people watching foster social responsibility. When we consciously observe our surroundings, we become more engaged and a member of community. This engagement encourages us to act when we notice something out of the ordinary. If we see a suspicious behavior or someone in distress, it's our duty to step in, inform the authorities, and offer of assistance. By being vigilant, we contribute to the safety and well-being of our neighborhood. Now, let's think about specific place where people watching is particularly impactful, like a busy street, parks, shopping mall, and public transportation is all prime location for this activity. In this environment, a simple act of observing other people, it can create a safer atmosphere in this community. For instance, when individuals congregate in public space and are aware of one and each other, they are more likely to infirm if they witness questionable behavior. This collaborative vigilance creates an environment that discourages crime, instilling a sense of security among community scene. However, is it feasible to approach people watching with a respect and an ethical? The intention of behavior or of our observation should not be judged or inflamed their privacy, but to foster safer community for all. We must be mindful and boundaries of others whilst also being aware of our responsibility to protect one another. This balance is the key as we navigate the intricacies of community life. Moreover, let us examine the role of technology playing roles of people watching. In today's world, many cities have implemented surveillance, camera, it's like CCTV, or another form of monitoring in public safety. While these technologies serve as effective tools for determining a crime, they should replace the importance of human observation. Instead, they complement and strengthen our ability to keep an eye to our community. When people are aware of surveillance, they may be inclined to modify their behavior, much like being observed by others individuals. Furthermore, technology can also facilitate community engagement through social media platforms. Neighborhood watch, community forum, and digital platforms allow residents to share information, report suspicious activities and discuss our safety concerns. This modern approach of people watching encourage to a perfect mindset, empowering individually to collaborate in protecting their neighbor. In light of this point, let us consider the potential of the benefit of people watching is when we actively engage in our observing environment, we become more aware of various issues affecting our communities. This awareness can lead to a conversation about crime prevention, community improvement, and social initiative aimed at creating a safer environment for all individuals, regardless of their race. It is essential to remember that the act of observing can also empathy and understanding with our communities. By watching and engaging with one another, we can learn to appreciate our different and promote kindness and build a stronger bond among the community members. Empathy encourages us to look to one another, ultimately helping to reduce a criminal and promote culture of care and safety. In conclusion, the influence of people watching in preventing criminal activities cannot be underestimated. By being aware of our surrounding and engaging in people watching, we empower ourselves to make our community safer. Thank you for your attention. That's us. Thank you.
Yang sudah kalau mau pulang boleh pulang. Kalau mau stay ya boleh stay. Kalau mau pulang langsung sebentar. Tidak apa-apa.
Bu, terima kasih. Saya sempat menceritakan telegram bahwa dulu saya tidak bisa menulis untuk absen. Nanti intinya tetap saya.
Tidak ada masalah. Yang ada masalah ada yang merahnya 5 enggak itu atau enggak lulus.
Saya hampir.
Saya ulangi ya. Yang ada masalah 5.
Sebelumnya perkenalkan nama saya Melani Oka dengan akhir 211. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya. Good morning, everyone. First and foremost, let us express our deepest gratitude to Almighty God for His endless mercy, which has granted us the opportunity to gather here today in good health and high spirits. I'm Melani Olga, and today we come together to reflect on a matter that is central to our daily lives, to the welfare of our society, and to the very foundation of our nation, the law. Ladies and gentlemen, if we talk about the law, then basically we are talking about justice. Because the law should be able to be a tool that can treat a person or other party according to their rights. The law itself is the foundation that regulates all aspects of people's life. Without the law, of course, people's life will be in chaos. However, in Indonesia, the law in people's life, there is often injustice for the lower class of society. Many say that the law is sharp downwards, but blunt upwards, because many cases always harm the weak party. The law exists to uphold justice, maintain order, and protect the rights of every individual in society. Ladies and gentlemen, the number of cases where the law is sharp downwards and blunt upwards proves that legal injustice still often occurs in Indonesia. This happens because of the need for firmness of law enforcement officials who have the authority to enforce the law and give legal verdicts according to existing rules. Unity in the struggle to uphold justice in the legal world is still far from home. Law enforcement officials in Indonesia are still tempted by the lure of big money and power that prevents them from upholding justice. In fact, law enforcement officials, be it police, prosecutors, judges, or lawyers, are responsible for enforcing the law fairly. They must prioritize integrity, not easily influenced by specific pressures or interests, and remain loyal to and justice. Therefore, there needs to be strict control and supervision of law enforcement agencies so that they remain committed to the values of justice. The law covers various aspects of life. Criminal law deals with crimes such as theft, robbery, and violence. There is civil law that regulates relationships between individuals, such as issue of property rights, agreement, and inheritance rights. In addition, there is also state administrative law that governs the relationship between citizens and the government, as well as international law that regulates relations between countries. With such a broad scope, the law protects all sectors of our lives, from the right of a safe life, property, and justice before the law. However, it is essential to realize that the law is dynamic and must evolve with the changing times. The demands of society and the challenges of the times that continue to evolve require an update in legal regulations. By updating the law as needed, we can ensure that the law remains relevant and can best protect society. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where our role as a society is also essential. We need to realize that the law will not be effective without the active participation of all of us as citizens. The law is not just a rule that must be obeyed for fear of punishment, but must be a living consciousness within us. Let's get used to obeying the law, not only in big things, but also in small things like obeying traffic rules and respecting the rights of each others. In this way, we respect the law and create a strong legal culture in people's lives. Ladies and gentlemen, in a just society, the law is the central pillar that maintains balance. Law is not a tool to impose power or to scare, but rather a guideline for forming a harmonious society. If the law is upheld correctly and fairly, we will create a safe and peaceful environment where everyone can live a life for peace and respect. Ladies and gentlemen, to end this speech, I would like to invite all of us to maintain the values of justice in daily life daily. Let's uphold the law, making it a rule and a moral and ethical guideline we hold together. That way, we will create a better society where justice is generally upheld. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Vokatnya nggak ada ya?
Ada yang
Kamu sudah mengumpulkan? Kamu lihatnya oke?
Iya.
Iya. Kamu udah mengumpulkan?
belum
Dikumpulkan besok ya?
kasih dulu.
Tolong ditanyain Jenner ya, tadi saya lupa konfirmasi, dia vocabnya nulis apa enggak?
Jelas seperti apa ini?
Oke. Iya. Iya.
Terima kasih Bu.
Ya. Dari tadi kalian kasak busuk, saya tahu, saya dengar. Nanti landing beneran loh, 20.000.
Perkenalkan, nama saya Dewi Sanatosania, dengan NIM 914. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mbak Ayu. Therefore, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Dewi Sanatosania. You can call me Tanya. I'm honored to be able to speak to you today about mental health issues, and there are two things I will talk to you about regarding mental health. So, mental disorders are diseases that affect emotions, thinking. Good morning, everyone, and therefore I would like to introduce myself. My name is Dewi Sanatosania, and you can call me Tanya. I'm honored to be able to speak to you today about mental health issues, and there are two things I will talk to you about regarding mental health. So, mental disorders are diseases that affect the emotion, thinking patterns, and behavior of sufferers. There are many factors that can trigger mental disorders, ranging from suffering from certain illness to experiencing stress due to traumatic events, such as the death of loved one or being isolated for a long time. And mental health disorders can start from feeling of sadness or excessive anxiety that continue for weeks. Not only that, change in mood over certain periods and explosive anger can also be the early symptoms of health problems. However, it needs to be emphasized that mental health disorders must be diagnosed by a doctor or psychologist, not by yourself, or you can call self-diagnose. And mental illness is a common problem that affects many people, but there's often a stigma around mental health and that can prevent individuals from seeking the help they need. I apologize to those of you who may feel the same way. And stigma surrounding mental disorders can take many forms, including negative stereotypes and misconception about mental health conditions and those who experience them. The stigma can create feelings of humiliation and shame for individuals dealing with mental health problems, and of course, making it difficult for them to seek help and support. Because the presence of the bad stigma tends to make them close themselves off even more and continue to try to look fine. And according to my observation of my friends who are experiencing mental health, they quite good at hiding their illnesses, and they consider that what they're experiencing is a disgrace that must be covered up. If at any time they experience a relapse, they withdraw from the people around and deal with themselves and without anyone's help. However, at that time, help is needed. And the help they need doesn't mean advice or a long sentence. Often they just need like a help to get the calm to they need. And I'll give you a little story. So some of my friends, they share a story with me, and at the time making me realize that there are many people who struggle in this life. But basically, everyone has their own pain, right? But of course, it all depends on each person's capacity. And at the time, my friend said to me, and many people to judge her what she experienced, and even so, they don't know how hard it is to fight to recover from the pain she has experienced. And no one wants mental disorders. Everything comes based on the rhythm of life and that we experience, and it's not our right to judge what has happened. Currently, in Indonesian society, awareness regarding mental health problems still needs to be increased in voice. Awareness about mental health often creates a bad stigma towards mental health problems. If a bad stigma continues to exist in our society, it can hinder the treatment of patients with mental health problems. And the stigma surrounding mental illness can also lead to a lack of understanding and empathy for others, which can further exacerbate feelings of isolation and loneliness for those who are struggling. This can very be dangerous for us actually, who might put additional pressure and stressor in our daily life. That's why it's important that we work together to reduce the stigma around mental illness and promote an understanding and acceptance of mental health conditions. This can include talking openly about mental health and sharing our own experience and struggles, as well as educating ourselves and others about mental illness. And by raising awareness about mental health issues and promoting understanding and acceptance, we can help reduce the stigma around mental illness and encourage more people to seek help when they need it. Mental health awareness also help promote healthy coping mechanism. Coping mechanism is like preventive measures such as stress management techniques and regular self-care practice. When we prioritize mental health awareness, we can help create a culture that values and supports the mental health for all individuals. And to promote mental health awareness, it's important to talk openly about mental health and educate yourself and others about the science and symptoms of common mental health conditions. By prioritizing mental health awareness and working to promote good mental health for all individuals, we can help create a more supportive and understanding society that values and the health and happiness of all people. And by working together to reduce the stigma surrounding mental illness, we can help more supportive and understanding and values the health and happiness of all individuals. And maybe all the short speech that I delivered to you all about the mental health. I apologize if there are mistakes, whether intentional or not. And for conclusion, I hope you remember that we all have the power of making a difference in the world, and let's work together to create a better future for all of us. Thank you.
Kamu paketnya nggak ada?
Nggak ada, Bu.
Oke. Silakan. Maaf. Duduk. Saya ganti Zoom aja. Ya, sudah. Duduk dulu, Mbak.